Hey guys, how you guys doing? Oh my God. How many of you get on a Facebook Live and you set everything up and then you're like, push the button, push the button, oh wait, I have to go to the bathroom. Oh wait, I have to get water. Oh wait, push the button, push the fucking button. Oh wait, totally me, like almost every time. So I am redoing my office. It's now at the beach. I love it. And I have some palm trees around the house. Hey, Jamie. And so it's feeling a little tropical. So I wanted to tell you guys a story. About 4.5 years ago, 5 years. Hey, Joanne. 5 years ago, I'm telling you a story. So it's going to be good. I went to Cambodia with my now ex-boyfriend that you guys have heard so many great things about, truly. And we decided to go on this trip, on this little boat ride to go see the fireflies because that was a thing, right? So you get on a boat and you go out to this tree area where all these fireflies are. And it was just me and him and then like the person that ran the boat. Hey, Robert, what kind of camera do I use? HD10, yeah, Logitech HD 1080p. And then I have this Yeti mic. So we get on a boat to go out to this like overhanging tree area, right? And go see the fireflies. Well, we get on the boat and we go out, and he stops the boat and he starts like scooping out the water out of the boat. And he's scooping out. And I'm like, my God, like we should not have taken the discounted boat, right? We should have probably paid more for a boat because there's a fucking hole in the boat. And the whole time, I like when I'm in a bad situation, I just kind of like, I just kind of make fun of it. Or if I do something, I just make fun of it because I feel like humor is better than anger. Hey, Charlene. So, um, he's just scooping water out of the boat, and we're like, there's a hole in the boat. Like, why are we paying for a boat ride out to the fireflies when there's a hole in the boat? And I was just thinking about this story, and I was thinking about our lives, all the stuff that we're doing, all the stuff that we're going after, right? And we're going after all these things, and there's a hole in our boat, right? Because I know you know what it's like to go after something and just constantly be fighting and trying so hard to get there. And just wondering, why aren't you there yet? Why are you still struggling? Why are you still having this marriage problem or this relationship problem? And you've changed partners, you've left the last one, you're on to the next one. What is going on? And you're kind of in this boat with a hole in it, to be perfectly honest. And if you don't keep scooping out the water, it's gonna sink, right? God. This is not in like I wonder, did I know how to swim? I did not know how to swim then. It's like 4 or 5 years ago. So you can either get in a boat without a hole in it or learn how to swim, not go. But we're always going after these things like the business, the relationship, the body, all the things. And I am working toward my competition. I am working on my business. I want to show up for you guys. And I want a relationship, right? And I'm just like, why are things still where they are, right? Where are my holes in the boat, right? And I'm always thinking about this. Like, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I here and not here? And what do I need to take away to be able to add in the stuff that I need. And really, I went back to the reason I'm doing everything last night as I was just like thinking about my life and my message, right? And the thing with your message is always going to be coming at you. Like, so if you're a coach, whatever you teach, you're going to always be learning that over and over again. And last night I was just like, oh, it's why am I doing all the things I'm doing? Don't forget you're doing this to back yourself. So there's two ways to go about achieving all the things. It's not bad to go achieve all the things, but if you aren't doing it because you love yourself, that you want to take care of yourself, you want to fully back yourself, right? If you're not doing that for that reason, if you forget that for a moment, your body, the universe, everything tunes into that and tells you. So if you are stuck with your weight loss goals or whatever, it's because you've gotten off track here. Like, are you doing it for another reason? Are you doing it because you love yourself and you love your body and you really want to feel vibrant and alive, right? And if you get away from that, even for a moment, you start to eat those donuts, you start to eat that bullshit food, right? And the same with like the relationship, right? If you get away from, I'm doing this because I want to have a passionate, loving relationship, and I know I deserve it and I deserve the best, then you start to choose people. I'm going to say men because I'm a girl, but guys, you flip this, right? You start to choose partners that are not ideal, right? And you get into relationships where you either want to help the other person or they're not what you really truly want. You're settling. And if you go back to why do you want it because you love yourself, right? And again, with the business, we want businesses that we love, that we are excited to go to. It's not like getting out of corporate is like, that's not the thing. That is not the thing. The thing is you want to create something. You want to bring your soul to life. You want to feel alive, right? You want to bring that into the world. And yeah, you want to make money doing it, right? Getting out, corporate's not the like devil, corporate's not bad, but there's something inside of you that wants to have the life, the freedom, the money to create, to be. And when you get away from that and you're like, okay, I'm going to start a business, I'm going to make money, and you go for the same shit you were going for in corporate, it doesn't really work because you're still not allowing yourself to come out. You're still not allowing yourself to be. You're still not allowing yourself to create, right? But we have so much fear around that we think, okay, why am I doing this? Okay, I need to make money. I need to do this. Like, and then the fear comes up and we just fuck it all up. And who's on, by the way? I can't see who is on. So say hi. And if you're on the replay, of course, say replay. But say hi. And let me know what's going on for you, because like, what boat are you in? Where are you trying to get to? Why isn't it working, right? And it's because really we want to feel alive in all the things, right? We want to feel alive in our relationships, in our sex life, in our business, with our health. We want our bodies to feel good. But really, what is that? That's really coming back to your childhood self, which is your soul. When you allowed your soul you allowed yourself to say yes to your soul. Oh, Saturday morning, you want to go ride bikes? Yes, right? And like you want to go outside and play with your friends? Yes. But what are we doing? We're creating all these things, our businesses, our bodies, our relationships, or what's the other thing? And then we're like, oh wait, we can't have friends, we can't go out, we can't play, we got to buckle down. But analogy is perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty scared. So we have this hole in our boat because we're missing the whole why. And I'm saying this because this is like, literally, I have to remember this every single day. And some of my friends reminded me yesterday, like they didn't even know, but they gave me the smackdown. And I was like, oh, fuck, I got misaligned here, which is why my body is reacting this way. And the world is reflecting back to me that it's not gonna it's not gonna work, right? Hey Ray, hey Terry. Nothing's going to work if it's not working for you. Like that phrase, do you boo, right? Like if you say it, people say it like that's such an easy, fun thing. Just do what feels good. But if you're really doing you, boo, if you're really doing you, there is like so much more to that. It's about having tough conversations with men, friends, employees, clients that you don't want to have, right? Because you have to set a boundary. It's about saying no to what's easy, that low-hanging fruit, because you work so hard in the gym and you deserve that cupcake. It's about saying like what is really loving to you and saying no to that cupcake. Not always. There's always a time for a cupcake, right? But if you really love yourself, is that the time you don't reward yourself because, oh, you spent 2 hours in the gym, which by the way, you guys know my gym obsession by now. I confess. Hi, I'm Nichole Carlson. I'm obsessed with the gym. But when you get to where you're so caught up with I have to achieve this result, you have this attachment and you lose sight of love, happiness, living, right? You lose sight of, hey, you're actually doing this. If you're me, you're actually doing this bodybuilding competition because you love the work, and you lose sight of that. And when you do that, everything goes to hell, right? Everything goes to hell. Because I get working. Hey, Michael, I get working. I get discipline, right? But y'all, I'm not the most disciplined person in the world, but I get all that. I show up here. I show up in the gym. I show up with my relationships, right? When I have them. I show up for everything, and I get all that. But if I lose track of, hey, Chris, if I lose track of who I am, what I want, and that the whole point of me doing a bodybuilding competition is to have fun and enjoy every single day, like not just the day of the competition, then I lose perspective. And when I lose perspective, like I do the wrong things. I choose the wrong things. I push myself in a way that I shouldn't, and pain comes back, right? And my body tells me. And one of the things like I'm seeing with a lot of people out there is we're facing like depression and anxiety and pain in our bodies. And I believe that these things are a sign for you to look at what your soul wants. Now, I'm not a doctor, obviously, but I've been through some shit, and I've been through a lot of pain, and I have had depression. I've had anxiety. You guys know all that. But looking back, it was everything, all this like internal stuff, the depression, anxiety, pain in my body, and then all the external stuff, like the job, the career that I hated, and the relationship that I got into with a man that I didn't trust. How do I shorten that? All those things were about me coming back to me finally saying yes to my soul. And if you saw my post last night, this morning, I don't know, and you read through, it was like, I've been waiting for you. I've been sitting around. I just want to be with you. I love you. We were so great together. I'm just waiting by the window. Where are you? And it's really, if you get down to the bottom, spoiler alert, it's about, not about between a man and a woman, or, you know, a couple. It's about your relationship with yourself, you walking away from yourself, you leaving yourself, you allowing yourself into bad relationships, into bad situations, like businesses you don't love, careers you hate, and just leaving yourself there. And there's a part of you that is calling out, waiting for you to come back, waiting for you to say yes to you. And you want this. This is the thing that we all want. We want to feel that freedom, not to feel like, oh my God, I have to get clients. Oh my God, I have to do this for money. Oh my God. There's a place that you can be at that's still achieving all the things, going after, but truly being free with all the things, right? Truly being like, yes, I need clients. Yes, I need money. Yes, I need to pay my bills. Hey, Trevor. Hey, John. But then, yes, I need to do all these things. But really, what I need to do for my soul is I need to back myself and do the thing that is right for my soul, right? And what is that? Like, you can go to Hawaii and get it. Hey, Monica, you can go to Hawaii and get a job and make money. So you being in corporate and doing software engineering and doing these things and forcing yourself to do these things, it's not, you don't have to do that, right? We have choices. So where are you? Where is your soul telling you that you need to go? What is your soul telling you that you need? What are these shifts that you need to make to start saying yes to you? And that means saying no to a bunch of other shit. I know, I don't know how many of you garden, but if you've been to my apartment, I'm a little bit crazy with the plants. And luckily I don't get weeds in here because everything's in a pot, but my life gets weeds, and I am constantly having to pull those weeds. And so it's good to have plants that I don't have to pull weeds. So you can't go around about your life and think that, oh, I'm here, I've arrived, and there's no weeds, right? You're always having weeds. You're always having things that you have to remove from your life so you can allow nutrition and sunlight to come in and grow your plants, right? But if we're not always looking at, wait, what do we really want? We want our soul to be on fire, which if you followed me for like a minute, you would know. We want to feel alive, right? We want to feel our bodies. We want to feel healthy and vibrant. We want to feel like we're loved and cherished cherished and accepted in our relationships. We want to feel these things. And when we allow ourselves to connect to that want and that desire, then we see things that are not what we want, and we're like, totally don't want that, right? So if you guys know, like my thing is brownies, right? So like people, like I had my friend tell me yesterday, just go, eat something that you crave. I'm like, I literally don't crave it. Like, I don't, no, nothing, right? Like I train that out, right? But on occasion, I will make a batch of black bean brownies and I will go to town. I will go to town. And who else on here likes brownies? I don't want to be the only one. Or what is your thing? What is your craving? I want to hear. Because there's so many of you that are on here and we don't talk that much. Monica, we talk. We talk. But the rest of you, chime in because, yeah. So I go to town on brownies, the healthy ones, the black bean brownies, which by the way, oh my God, they're so good. If you want the recipe, PM me. I will give you the recipe. Or I'll just tell you, it's Katie, chocolate covered Katie. Google this. Chocolate covered Katie black bean brownies. Chocolate covered Katie with a K, black bean brownies. It'll just come up. And make those and send me one. Okay. So, wait, back to my point. What's my point? I totally forgot. Oh my God. Oh, I know. When you connect to what you want, your real desires, to have a relationship that lights you up, have a business that you're excited about, to have a body that you feel good in and you feel vibrant in. When you connect to those desires, you'll see, like I connect to my brownie thing, okay? You see something else, like this other like low-hanging fruit, this relationship possibility, and then you're like, no, don't even care about that because I'm connected to what I know I want and what I know I deserve, right? I'm going to save that for the brownies, right? And I'm not saying I don't eat other stuff, but I'm saying is I know what lights me up. This is a crazy brownie. This has become a crazy brownie Facebook Live. I know it lights me up. I know it's the black bean brownies. That's all I need out of life. And that and gym. Somebody chime in. Tell me what you liked. What's your one like advice? Because I'm getting a little embarrassed here. So I know what I like, right? So if I see something else like thank you. What do you like? Post in the comments. If I see something else like a donut, I'm like, nah, I'm not a big deal. Not a big deal. Because I know what my soul, yes, I am saying my soul wants brownies. But your soul, basically your soul is I feel that this is a good analogy that your soul is the child you left behind. Because our natural state is happy, laughing, excited, joy, peace. And somehow all that kind of got trampled on. Stuff happens, That's why we need this detox. That's why we need this revival of our soul. Because the world around us is always coming at us. Things are always happening. And it's so hard for us to keep coming back to the most important thing that we always put last is our soul, right? I have a massive sweet tooth, and finding healthier substitutes has been perfect for me. Yes. My other thing is blueberries. So blueberries and my head does not look straight. Oh my God, how do you say your name? Theo birthday? Chris? We're talking about our vices. So if you have, mine is black bean brownies. I can't get this straight. So if you have a vice, post it below. But when I'm looking outside and I have all of Austin and it's just like a beautiful view. Oh, wait, okay. I'll show you guys. When you connect to what you're, oh God. Okay, yeah, there you go. There's the hill. I think Austin only has like the hills around me. There's no other hills. Like, or Texas, all of Texas, the hills are like, I'm in the hills. And then there's no, it's all flat after this. Like, this is really a problem. Okay. So when you connect to what your soul wants, what your soul truly wants, everything gets easier because you don't have to fight to stay on a diet, right? And your diet could be like, I want a relationship. I want to look good in a bikini. Your diet could be, I want to have a business that supports the lifestyle that I want, right? I want to have a business where I'm creating these things all the time. I want my business to be about my art, or what's coming from me. And when you connect to what your soul really wants, what you truly desire, everything becomes easier because you can say no to all the other bullshit. As for what lights me up, I love helping introverts succeed in an extroverted world. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. That is hard. Hey, Shannon, we're talking about our vices. So mine is black bean brownies. So you can post yours. So it's easy once you know what lights you up, once you know what your soul wants, what your heart wants, and you connect into that to let everything else fall away. The problem is we keep, oh, thank you. Yeah. The problem is we don't allow ourselves to attach to our desires, to attach to our soul, to attach to what we really want. We think, oh, this is not going to happen for me. This is too hard. It's not possible for me because I have this and I have that and da da da. And when we say that, then everything gets fucked up. Everything gets complicated because then we're conflicted. We have that inner conflict where we want this, but we want this, right? You want money, but we feel like we have to be a software engineer to do that. Could someone snap that part of the video out? Repost that. I'm sure that was funny. I didn't see it. But when we don't connect to what we want, when we don't allow that out, it just creates conflict. And then we fight. And then we're like, why won't this relationship work? Well, you don't actually like the person that you're in the relationship with. You're just scared of being alone. And so we keep fighting because we think we have to work hard. And that's like the thing that we're really stuck to. We're really stuck to, we have to work hard. We have to do the thing. We have to hustle. And then if we drop all that, which is bullshit, right? If we drop all that, then we're like, okay, what do I really want? What do I really want my business to look like? And a lot of you don't know what you're like. I don't know what I want. And that's because we haven't been allowing our desires to come up. We haven't been allowing ourselves to connect to our heart, to our desires. And we keep telling ourselves no. And when we do that, we will get to a point where we like literally don't know what we want. Right. And that's where I help all my clients, is to connect to their soul, connect to what they want, and to start getting things in their life, like their business, their relationship, and their body, the body they want, because they're actually saying yes to themselves for the first time ever. And this is how, like, if you saw my post on the trauma with my clients that I work with my clients on, this is how they come out of their trauma. This is how they get to the other side. This is how they create lives that they want when they were so like in their trauma and in their pain, is because they are finally connecting to themselves. But it's not just like people with trauma. Like, I obviously have had some trauma, but not as bad as a lot of people have. But it's also for people who've been in this very masculine role, like I have, and have lived their lives in this masculine, I don't know, like in this masculine way, and haven't really connected to the feminine side and the receiving side. And we get really stuck in that because we're like, busy, busy, busy. I have to hustle. I have to buckle down. Who has said this? Am I the only one that uses I have to buckle down? Like, I think I thought that like last week, and I was like, yes, that's not the right way to think about it, right? I think these things, this masculine way, is really tied into our history so much, like our life, where we are just like kind of fear driven, and we get away from our hearts, we get away from our desires, we get away from what we really want. And none of that really works, because it hasn't worked, because we have the inner conflict, right? We have our desire, what we want, and we're totally denying ourselves of. But also, in that denial of what we want, we're still working hard to get it on this side. Hey, Christian, we're still working hard to get our desire by creating these businesses that we're not happy in, creating these relationships that we're not happy in, so that we can finally get to a point where we have our desire. When really, if we just give in to our heart, our soul, our desire, what we want, and start saying yes to that, we start building a business on that. And that creates a foundation that like allows us to go so much further, allows us to make more money, allows us to get more clients, allows us to build businesses we love, and around lives we love, around spouses we love, right? But we're always saying like, no, that can't happen for me. I need to wait. I need to put this off. I need to do this first. And that's all bullshit. That's all bullshit, because even if you're thinking that right now, even if you're thinking, Salita, is that how you say it? Salita? Even if you're thinking that I need to wait, I need to prove myself, I need to do this, I need to do that, first before I get what I want. When you finally either get sick of it, when you finally get sick of it and you're like, okay, I'm done, I'm going to make this happen today, you can totally do that. But there's this growth period that you actually probably need to go, oh, good. You got to go. For those jumping on, you have to go watch the whole Facebook Live and comment on, because we had a survey on your vices. I'm just curious. Mine is black bean brownies. When I got lost. It just makes life easier. And in the past year and a half, I never thought that this would be the answer. I was always like, hustle, hustle, hustle. Let's go. Let's achieve. Let's do all these things. Let's do software engineering. Like, that's great for those of you who love software engineering. Not my thing. And now I can say it. But when you are in this hustle fear mode and denying yourself and saying, I have to wait till I do this to get this, that's the old way of thinking. You don't have to do that anymore. Your life is possible now. And the problem is, and this is why we get coaches and coaching and go into my free Facebook group, The Revival. Ding. This is why we get support, because you could have what you want right now, but you have blocks. That you're still trying to work things out. You have fear blocks, success blocks, money blocks. And there's a growth period. There's a growth that you need to go through to be able to have the things that you want. You have to know who you are as a person to be able to have a relationship that lights you up and that you're in love with. This hat is kind of hurting me, but now I can't take it off. Like, if you don't know who you are, if you don't know what your soul wants, which I did not even know anything about a soul. I did not know. I did, but it was just this thing that's like a shadow. Like it's attached to you, and you die. When you die, you go to heaven, or you know what I mean? Like, I never realized that it was the key to making your life work, connecting into what your soul wants, what your heart wants, connecting into your intuition. And how many times have you had this intuitive hit and you haven't listened to it? And then you were like, fuck, I should have listened to that intuitive hit because I was so right. Have you ever had that? Like, how many times have you ever had it? Can you think of a time where you had an intuitive hit? Like, post in the comments because I'm curious. And you just knew something and then you didn't follow through. Yes, you didn't follow through, and you're like, or maybe you did. That intuition is your soul. That is, it's not your soul, but it's your soul speaking. It's like, already. And we shut that down. And thankfully, in the past year and a half, I have learned to tune into that. But it's a process. It's something that I bring my clients through. We work hard on this because we're always saying no to ourselves. Like, for some reason, we feel like we need to constantly say no to what we want. Oh, your friends want to go on vacation. No, can't go on vacation. Got to buckle down. You want to go outside on a walk? Nope. Got to work hard. Got to work late. Got to make the money. And we're running ourselves down. We're in this masculine space, right? But there has to be a balance, even men included. You have to be able to go from masculine to feminine side, both sides, right? It's about the tide. It's about the ebb and flow of life. It's like you can't work out. Now, this is very sad for me. You can't work out all day in the gym. Right? You can't work out for 16 hours in the gym. And you just can't, right? That's, you would run yourself down, but that's what we're doing. We're in the masculine for 16 hours a day, and then we never go into the feminine, right? Yes, I did follow through after 16 years of blockage. It's so much easier to remove the resistance rather than wait. Oh, yes, yes. Take a look at the pain and what's happening. Um, so when I go to the gym, which is often, I feel like this is like my gym and brownie confession video. When I go to the gym, I run down and then I come home and I lay down for 20, 30 minutes every single time because I have to get back to myself, my feminine side, my soul. I have to connect back in to be able to do anything else, right? We can't live our lives in the masculine, even though I spent probably 20 years doing that. But all the signs, like my anxiety, my depression, the pain, the universe, everything that was going on around me, my relationships, my businesses, my career, all those things were pointing me back to, hey, you need to take a look at your soul, what you want. Why are you doing these things? And this is a problem because we get to the top. I don't know if you've heard my story where I just like had the perfect life. And then I was like, peace, I'm going to Spain. I bought a one-way ticket, sold my house, got a divorce, quit my job one day, and got on a one-way ticket to Spain the next day. Because you get to a point where you're like, oh, you have this big realization that you're not doing it for the right reasons and you don't give a fuck about anything you've built. And that's why people like in Hollywood or people in, like, you're seeing people kill themselves because they're getting to a point where they're like, what am I doing this for? And it just feels so empty. And you walk away and you're just like, what was I doing? Why was I running so fast? But we don't stop. Hey, Adele, we don't stop and figure out what it is we truly want. And to do that, we have to look at ourselves. We have to look at who we are. And we don't know ourselves. I'm a runner. I spent so long running from myself. And that's why I teach what I teach now, because I know what that's like, right? I'm come to the other side. Of course, you never really fully know yourself, but I'm on the other side to where last night I had to talk with myself. Hey, Stacy, I had to talk with myself. I was like, okay, what's going on? Where do you need to be? Oh, yeah. Back to your soul, back to your heart, back to why you're doing what you're doing, because you want to enjoy your life. And I think this is the thing we resist the most is enjoying our lives, saying yes to ourselves. Like, we can say yes to everyone else, but when it comes to saying yes to ourselves and what we want, we're like, nah, you gotta wait. And it's taking a toll on us. It's really, really hurting us. Because then we build up our lives and we're like, oh shit. It's like so many of us are going, maybe not, but there's so many people going to college and not knowing what they want to do after college. That's what we're doing with our lives, right? We keep doing this. We do this with college. We do this with our lives. We do this with our marriages. We're like, oh, I want this and that. But really, what do you want? Well, do you want to be in a relationship with a guy who keeps cheating on you and keeps leaving you? And no, you wanted that life. You wanted that relationship with passion and excitement and all the things and trust and intimacy. And now you're settling, right? You're settling for this relationship that's not what you want. But when you connect to yourself, truly know what you want, everything changes. Everything changes and everything becomes easier. So that's it. That's it. That's the answer to life. That and brownies. That and brownies. So you guys know I have my Facebook group, The Revival, which you guys should join for sure. But I also have a retreat coming up next month. It's in Ruidoso, New Mexico, and it's going to be phenomenal. We're going to talk about all these things because this is the thing that is going to change your life. If you want all these things, you want the business, you want the relationship. I feel like my phone's ringing. If you want all these things, then, okay, this has got to go. It's so distracting. Okay, you've got to know who you are. You've got to come back to yourself. This is not working. You've got to come back to yourself and what you want. Oh, wait, I could have just turned this off. You've got to come back to yourself and what you want. You've got to know who you are. You've got to heal from your past relationships, from what happened with your parents. You've got to heal from that to be able to say, oh, I deserve to have the relationship that I want. Because if you don't look at your past, if you can't heal from that trauma, if you can't go back and say, I forgive myself, then there's nothing to build on. You have to be able to say, okay, this is what's happened in my life, and this is what I'm choosing. And we're really missing this in so much of our lives, like in our relationships, in our businesses, in our personal life, with our health. So that's why I'm having this retreat. That's why you need to come to Ruidoso, because it's about getting back to who you are, your soul, what you truly want. Because if you can just do that, if you can just come back to this girl, guy, this person inside of you that's calling out to you, that's sending you messages, then everything changes. Your life gets easier. Your business gets easier. You just realize that, oh, hey, this is the type of relationship that I want. I'm not going to settle for anything else. I'm going to stop dating all these crazies, right? That inner conflict that you're facing in your life right now goes away, because you don't have to be like, oh, I have to do this for this other person. You start to realize how important you are, and that you have to do it for you, because when you take care of yourself first, then you have the overflow of love to give to other people. Yes, you need to be selfish, and that's what I'm teaching on this retreat. That's why you need to go, because the world around you is telling you all these things, and you need a detox. You need to take time for yourself to step aside, get away from all the craziness, and really come back to who you are, realize what your values are and what you want in your life, because you've been trying for so long, and trying just doesn't work. It doesn't work. And if you want the life that you say you want, you don't have to wait. You just have to connect to what you want in such a powerful way that nothing can stop you. Like, I have a vision of people coming back to themselves, depression falling away, anxiety going away, your body healing itself, you getting the business that you want. Hey, Neil, I have this vision of you coming back to yourself. Marriage is being healed. I know that these things are possible when you come back to your soul and who you are and what you want. And that's what I'm going to be teaching on the retreat. That's why you have to be at the retreat, because if you're not getting what you want in your life, even if you have all the things and your life looks perfect, especially if you have all the things, and you're still empty on the inside and you're still like, I'm still not getting what I want, and you're going after more things, all that running and chasing isn't going to do you any good if you don't know who you are. If you don't know what you want, if you can't tune in to your intuition, if you can't tune into your soul. And that's why like this retreat is going to be so good, because you have to know who you are. You have to be able to say yes to you, and then everything becomes easier. So details will be revealed soon. Message me, PM me if you want to know more. It's next month, in exactly a month actually. Message me if you're interested, for sure. I'll get you on the list, and I'll have more details soon. But this is what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about how to come back to you, how to have a revival of your soul, and how to change your life. So message me, get into my Facebook group, The Revival, and I will see you guys on the next Facebook Live.